So let's go ahead and just do that, guys. Craziness. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Nathan here, Robot Masters. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a great day. Thanks for asking. And I want to give a huge shout out to Neabot for allowing me to review the latest model. This is the Neabot Q11. What's so special about it? Well, it has the self-emptying bin. Also has 4 DTOF sensors, or direct time of flight sensors. This allows the Lidar sensor to be embedded in the body of the robot, so no more hump that's shown on other previous models. Also, this has one of the fastest mapping capabilities of any of the robot vacuums I've tested. I'll showcase this later in the video, but let's go ahead and check out everything you need to know about the Neabot Q11. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright, so I'm super excited today because we got a brand new vacuum that just arrived in my studio about 0.2 seconds ago. Yeah, it literally just arrived at my doorstep. Alright, so if you remember my video covering the Neabot about 6 months ago, it was one of the first vacuums with Lidar navigation that had a self-emptying bin. But my biggest gripe was the box. It was just a huge box. I literally took all day trying to get up on my table there, and it just failed. Alright, so hopefully the new Q11 has a smaller box, but let's check it out right now. Oh. Nope, this thing is huge. It's gigantic. It's enormous. This is the new Q11 Neabot vacuum. Very, very nice. Check it out, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this guy opened up, and we'll see what this guy's all about. Let's see, maybe from the top here. Open up these flappy lids, and check that out, guys. We've got a nice quick start guide. Gives you both the Apple and Google Play Store QR code, so very nice. Kind of tells you how far away you want to keep away from the docking station. So make sure your kids, your pets, stay away from this area. Cool. Let's see what else is in here. Alright, so we got this cool power cable. Probably want to keep that so you can keep your robot vacuum nice and charged, and it can also self-empty. Put that over there for now. And a little bag. Let's see what this is. So what is this? This could probably make a nice, maybe a dishwasher rack or something. Who knows? Put your dishes in there. I don't know, but very nice. What else? Alright, so here it is. Not too much. You got the self-emptying bin, we got the robot, and looks like we got some accessories down there. Mini volcano. Maybe we can put some baking soda in here and some vinegar and have a cool effect. I don't know. Probably shouldn't do that. Looks like we got a disposable bag right here. So very nice. So it looks like we can get about 30 dustbins full worth of dirt, or about 1 to 3 months depending on how much you use the robot. Sweet. Nice little foam protector. Okay. So can you guys see that? There's inside the dustbin. And it looks like we have the 2 charging contacts in there. So it looks like the robot only goes halfway inside the docking station, not all the way. Let's check out the top here. Oh, almost dropped this thing. So it looks like this top just comes off completely. And you guys can see inside there the dustbin. Also, we have the fan unit right here, which should be probably down there. Let's go ahead and put that in. And this is where you actually install the power cables right here. One thing I noticed is you can't wrap the cable around, so that's just one downside. But you can see that you can actually remove these screws here, and if you have a clog, you can actually remove the clog here. Has some nice anti-slip feet, and looks like this is maybe an exhaust vent or a speaker port right there. So very cool. We'll see how well this self-emptying bin works. So very nice. So it looks like we got some side brushes here. The instruction guide. Check out the booklet real quick. Neabot on there, and it kind of gives you some information where you can get the accessories and stuff. Cool. So my favorite part, not really, is the instruction manual. So make sure you guys spend forever reading this thing. Looks like it's different languages, but it kind of gives you all the information you need about this robot. So it looks like we got an extra filter. Very cool. And a washable mopping pad. Looks like we got 2 of these guys. Oh, just dropping them already. So there's our washable mopping pads. Very nice. And our mopping plate. Looks like that's everything in the box. Cool. Very nice. Whoa, this is actually a really nice design. Can you guys see that? It looks like we got the power button right here. We also have the return to home. And one unique feature about this guy is there's actually 4 laser-based camera systems, which they call it. It's actually Lidar, but you got one. Can you guys see that? There. You got one right there, and off to the side there. So very unique design. Looks like we got the exhaust vent right there, and we got the charging contacts in the back with our water tank. Or is this our dustbin? Stay. So here's our dustbin, kind of gives you some information on how to maintain it. So you got a nice little cleaning tool right here. So you guys can see that. Nice, cool little cleaning tool. I like that. It's probably one of the world's smallest cleaning tools I've seen on a robot vacuum. So check out the top here. So this is the dustbin part. And it does look like it has an electronically controlled mopping system as well. So that's a nice upgrade. So this is a power contacts for the mopping system. Sweet. Toss you over here. Whew. Okay, so let's go and snap on the side brush. It's pretty easy. Just kind of snap it on here. Just single arm side brush. So it's pretty typical robot vacuum. It does look like we got forklift sensors. We got that front wheel caster, some legal information. And check out the wheels here. They are nice and adjustable. I believe it goes up to 2 centimeters of threshold height. And let's check out the extractor bar here. So this is a combination style extractor bar. Nothing too crazy about it. Has the bristles and silicone. And we'll see how well it does in actual testing. So very nice. Let's go and get this guy charged up. And we'll see how well the Neabot Q11 does. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so let's go and get this started up. It's a pretty simple process. I do like the fact that Neabot gives you this giant quick start code. It gives you all the quick information how to get going. All you have to do is just plug in this guy. Also, there's a physical power switch in the back. And once you get the robot docked, you see this blue indicator that you know that it's charging. So let it charge for about 2 to 3 hours, and it should show blue indicator letting you know it's good to go. Okay, so take your smartphone, either iPhone or Android, and you can scan the QR code. It's called Neabot, so you can search it in the App Store as well. And once you get it installed, you may have to log in if you haven't already created an account. Just use your email address, and then there's a verification code. Lastly, just take your 2.4 gigahertz network that you find in the app. It doesn't support 5 gigahertz, and you just do the Wi-Fi pairing process, which you hold down the power button and the return to home button for about 3 seconds, and it goes into that special pairing process. Follow the instructions, and you should be good to go. And robot vacuum should update itself if there's any updates available. Okay, let's go and see how well the Neabot does. We're going to start the cleaning process, and I'll show you how it maps out your floor plan, and we'll see if this guy is worth your money. Alright, so once you got everything paired up, let's talk about the mapping process. I was actually quite surprised how quickly the Q11 was able to map out my floor plan. My floor plan is around 2,600 square feet, but I decided to omit the bedrooms, so it's around 2,000 square feet. But even with that space, it was able to map out within 10 minutes. So it's one of the fastest mapping robots out there that use Lidar navigation. Now, most of these robot vacuums do have to do an entire cleaning run, but this guy was able just to kind of go straight, spin around in 360-degree circle, keep going straight, and spin around again until it created an entire map. So I really like the mapping process, and my map looked like what the actual floor plan represented. Okay, so let's talk about the navigation, the robot itself, how well it navigates various obstacles. I think it did a really good job. I tested different variety of obstacles, from small obstacles to chair legs. Also, I did an upside down water bottle challenge to see how aggressive the robot vacuum is, and it was a fairly gentle cleaner. It was able to go around obstacles, and you may notice that the side brush, once it detects an obstacle or the actual sensors, it actually stops the side brush momentarily, so it doesn't entangle the side brush if it encounters like shoestrings or like a power cable. So that's really a cool feature. Now, the side brush itself is speed sensitive, so along the edges they spin up or speed up so it gets the dirt and debris away from the baseboards, and in open areas they will actually slow down to help prevent the scattered debris. So when I did my cleaning challenge, I put down about 3 ounces of rice on my hardwood floors and some carpeting, and it did a pretty good job. It was able to pick up the majority of the rice on the second time. When I say that second time, I actually had this guy go twice. The first time around, I felt like it could have used some work. I think the second time really gave this robot vacuum justice. So always have the robot vacuum clean twice if you want more thorough cleaning. But I was pretty happy with the clean results. Okay, so next is the self-emptying bin. That's the highlight feature of the Q11. As you notice the unique design. I think it kind of looks like a mini volcano or an air purifier. And you notice that the robot vacuum only goes halfway in and it actually docks or charges from the rear. So a very unique design. But I do like the fact it doesn't have to rotate 180 degrees to empty itself. It's all one thing. It charges and empties from the back here. So that's a nice touch. I believe the previous model actually had to spin 180 degrees to charge and then to empty itself. So, okay, let's talk about the docking station. Unique design, does come with 2 disposable bags, which you get about 1 to 3 months worth of dirt. So I like it. Some people like the disposable bags, some people don't. Let me know if you guys are a fan of that. Okay, so let me know if you guys are a fan of this self-emptying bin as well. And my personal experience with this guy is it's okay. It's not the best. It's not the most powerful self-emptying bin. It does pick up, you know, some of the debris out of the dustbin, but it does leave some debris. So just keep an eye on it. It's really designed for just the normal day-to-day tasks. It's powerful enough. But if you try and make this a shop vac, well, you might want to look elsewhere.
Start dust collecting.
Okay, so let's talk about the application and then we'll just give you my final thoughts of the Q11. So this is the Neabot app. You can actually search it in the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store. And I felt like this is a pretty clean interface. You have messages. So if there's any like notifications, the vacuum will let you know if the dustbin's out or if it needs water in its water tank. Now you have B, it's just basically a account information. You can use multiple devices on one account, so that's very nice. You don't have to unbind and bind the robot if you want to use an iPhone or something else. Okay, let's go and jump back into the home screen of the robot itself. You notice the map right here, it's color coded to represent different rooms. Now there's 2 small icons here. One represents the actual levels of the water, like the water flow levels and also the vacuum levels. So there's 4 different vacuum levels, 1,000 up to 4,000 pascals. I believe there's 3 different water levels, so very cool. So let's just show you how to set up the mopping system. It's a pretty simple process. Here's the mopping plate, and all you have to do is just grab one of your washable mopping pads. You notice that there's like a little kind of like, I don't know, sleeve here. Just make sure it's slide into the back there. Can you guys see that? Just kind of slide in right here. There you go. So one thing to remember is you actually have some additional sleeves right here, so make sure those are on there as well. But once you get it done, I do recommend pre-wetting the mopping pad just to help with the water flow. And then in the back of the robot, just slide the mopping plate. Should just slide right in here.
Enter mopping mode.
Okay, so now the robot's ready for mopping. Alright, so let me show you the water levels here. We'll jump back into it. It looks like there's actually 4 different water levels, and you can actually turn off the water flow. So if you want to just do like dry dusting, you do have that option. Alright, so over to the left is the forbidden setting. So basically, if you have guitar stands, water bowls, you can actually set up keep out zones. You can do rectangles, squares, or you can also do odd shapes as well. So that's a nice touch. Okay, and you can also name your keep out zones. Now, at the bottom here is your go button, so the robot vacuum will go if you select a room or the entire area. Also, you got the percent remaining of battery life, and you have area. So if the robot vacuum did a previous cleaning job, it will actually show you how long it took. And lastly, the actual area the robot cleaned. Alright, so up top here, it's different little toggles. Part clean is like your room cleaning, so you can select different rooms within the map. You got total clean, which will actually do the entire floor plan. Area clean is basically an area that you save. I'll show you how to save that later on in this video. And also you got local clean, which is kind of like a spot clean. So you can drop down to a different area to clean around certain objects. Alright, let's go and jump into the robot messages. Basically, you can access this here or you can access it in the main menu. But basically, it just tells you any status or notifications of the robot. Now, let's go and jump into the settings here. Light volume, basically, you can actually change the volume here, and you can also turn off the light. See, I'm turning off the light, so very, very cool. All right, let's keep on going. Let's go and jump into Find Robot.
I'm here.
And you also have Clean Plan. So this is basically like a scheduling app. You can actually select rooms. You can actually do the entire map, or you can do a part clean. So there's a lot of customizations. And one unique trick is if you have a pretty messy area, you can actually divide up the room in small sections. Have it do a one area first, then offset 5 minutes to the next area. So it allows the robot vacuum to empty itself and go back to the next cleaning job. Kind of a cool little trick since this guy does not have a dirt detection sensor. Okay, let's go and jump back into here. I do like this scheduling app. You can change the water flow and the volume or the vacuum levels within that scheduling. Okay, let's keep on moving. We got more functions. So we talked about area manager. This is where you could save the areas. See, I have kitchen saved, but you can also add a new one and then save it and resize it. So this is where you actually save your areas, is from this menu. Okay, so part manager is basically like your room select, and one unique feature is you can actually, once you select the room, you can just draw a line across and it will create that area. Really easy, it works well. It's one of the best implementations, and I didn't have any issues trying to set up lines. It just worked very well. So good job, Q11, on that. Okay, so let's go and talk about map management. This is very similar to like the 360 setup, where you actually start certain maps that you like, and every time the vacuum cleans, you actually will update the most recent maps. You can see I have, I believe, what is this, like 10 or so of the most recent maps, and if you want to permanently save one, just start and you can save it. So it's a pretty simple process. I think this is one of the best implementations to save multiple maps. Okay, so other things is pretty straightforward. You can update the firmware. You have a cleaning record. So this is kind of like your history. It will tell you like how long it took, what time, and the area that the vacuum cleaned in. Let's jump back into here. You got consumable records. So yes, like your side brushes, your dust bag, even like the extractor bar will let you know when to change them out or clean them. Robot information just basically gives you all your information about the network, your IP address, all that fun jazz. And then you also have remote control. So yes, you can control this if you want to steer the robot to a desired location. You can adjust the water flow and even the suction. So pretty cool. You know, I don't know how often you use the remote control function. And dust management, you can actually collect every 30 minutes. You can never collect. You can do 60 or 90 minutes. One thing I wish is they actually had maybe every 2 minutes, because if you have a very messy floor plan, it would just continuously go back. But that's just something to consider if there's an update on that. All right, so you have a user guide. So yes, there's a digital manual of the Q11. So if you forget this guy, or if you happen to lose it, don't worry, you got a digital version. So I like the fact that they took the time to add a digital version within the application here. So that's basically the overview of the application of the Q11. Take some time, ask any questions if you do, and I can help you with the features. All right, so let's give you my final thoughts about the Q11. I do like the fact they give you a lot of accessories, additional bag, give you an additional mopping pad, nice instruction manual, an additional filter, and also additional side brush. So overall, the navigation is top notch. It's one of the best out there. Was able to navigate a huge variety of different types of objects, small objects, large objects. It's very gentle cleaner. So if you have very delicate furniture, or if you have a lot of obstacles on the ground, I think this is a highly recommended buy. Now, cleaning performance, it's on par. It's not the best cleaner out there. But if you have it cleaned multiple times, it should be able to pick up the majority of the dirt and debris. I do like the design of the robot, and I think this is the way to go, is the in-body Lidar sensor. There's no reason to have a Lidar dome, and since this thing can map out fairly quickly, there's no reason to have a 360-degree scanning laser. That was one thing I was worried about, is if it didn't scan 360 degrees, it would take longer to map out, but this wasn't the case for the Q11. Okay, so downsides is probably the self-emptying bin. It's not the most powerful. It's just designed for light cleaning tasks and just get some of the dirt and debris from the dustbin. But if you have a lot of dirt and debris, well, you might want to empty itself or look elsewhere. Now, another downside is some of the features could be overwhelming, since they add basically every feature in the book. So I do recommend spending some time reading the instruction booklet. And Neabot is a fairly new company. I know they did a successful launch on Indiegogo, but just something to remember. They're still starting out, but they've been pretty well established. Like they've had a record of creating a first robot vacuum, and this is the second generation. And I think they're on the right path. Alright, so thanks so much for watching, and if you're interested, I'll put the links down below. And if you stuck with me, you guys are awesome. Make sure you like and subscribe to my video. Have a good rest of the day. I'll see you guys next time. Adios.